Before we start the video, I just want to tell you that if you haven't played Rhythm Doctor, please play it first before watching this video. The game is exceptional and it's best experienced blind. Now, let's get into it. Have you ever played a one-button game and thought, how deep can it really get? Well, Rhythm Doctor takes that single button and stretches it to its absolute limits. It's a game about curing patients by timing your inputs to their heartbeats. But beneath its simple premise lies a game that masterfully blends mechanics, dynamics, and aesthetics into something truly special. So today, let's break down Rhythm Doctor using the MDA framework and see what makes it such a unique rhythm game experience. Let's start with mechanics, the rules and systems that make up the game. At its core, Rhythm Doctor is deceptively simple. You press one button and that's it. But this one-button mechanic is expanded in ways that keep the gameplay fresh and engaging. There are classic beats where you press on the 7th beat of a measure, but then the game starts playing with your expectations. Silent beats remove audio cues, forcing you to internalize the rhythm. Swing beats shift the timing subtly, requiring more precise input. There are also beats that require you to hold down the button, frozen beats that delay inputs, and many more. Each level introduces a new twist, making sure that the gameplay never feels stale, and just when you think you've mastered a mechanic, a new level flips it on its head. On the presentation side, Rhythm Doctor has a charming pixel art style. But what really stands out is the music. Each track is an original composition, perfectly designed to work with the game's unique mechanics. The game even features collaborations with other indie developers, incorporating their soundtracks as playable levels. The story of Rhythm Doctor is surprisingly compelling. It starts off simple. You're trialing a new heartbeat-based medical system, but soon, things take a turn. A virus invades the system, and later the game explores themes of overworking in the medical field. Then it swings back to a virus, but with baseball? It's a wild ride, and it keeps players engaged throughout. Accessibility is another strong point. The game allows players to adjust input delay, slow down levels if they're too difficult, or speed them up for an extra challenge. And the community plays a huge role too. The game even features mechanics inspired by user-created levels. That's the kind of developer-player relationship you'll love to see. Now let's talk about dynamics, the interaction between the mechanics and the player. This is where Rhythm Doctor really shines. Mastery and challenge progression go hand in hand. Each new level teaches you a fresh mechanic, slowly ramping up difficulty until you feel like you're performing surgery with rhythm itself. But then, the game subverts your expectations. Just when you're comfortable, a boss fight will shake things up. Maybe the screen glitches, maybe multiple characters appear, or maybe the rhythm you relied on is suddenly gone. This interplay between predictability and surprise makes for an incredibly engaging experience. And let's not forget about flow, the sense of being fully immersed in the game. With only one button to worry about, you can slip into a trance, feeling every beat as if you were really part of the music. Finally, let's talk about aesthetics, the emotional and experiential side of the game. Rhythm Doctor nails the challenge aesthetic. It's difficult but fair, rewarding players who take the time to master its unique rhythms. Boss fights in particular create moments of triumph that makes you feel like a rhythm god when you finally get them right. There's also a strong sense of discovery. Every new chapter introduces something unexpected, keeping players excited to see what's next. And of course, the narrative aesthetic is surprisingly strong for a rhythm game. The story may be unconventional, but it's compelling enough to keep you pushing forward, eagerly awaiting the next chapter from 7th Beat Games, which is the creator of the game. So, what makes Rhythm Doctor special? It's the way it takes a simple one-button mechanic and stretches it to its absolute limit. It's how it balances challenge and accessibility. It's how it constantly surprises the player while keeping them engaged in the flow of the music. Before the video ends, I also want to tell you about my game Night City. Basically, you play as Sir William, who is a retired alcoholic knight that accidentally got transported forward in time, so he has to fight with only his sword. This game is currently on Steam and the demo is out. The game is also out on early access, so if you'd like to get the game earlier, feel free to do so. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. See you next time!